everyone, Matt here. Welcome to the show and happy Wednesday. Today is May 14th. Let's get started. So this first story I want to talk about today was about Donald Sterling's CNN interview. He got dangerously close to some more racism and he even bashed Magic Johnson. Sterling went on to say he's even a bad role model because he had sex with so many women in every city to get HIV and he does nothing for the black community. This man just keeps on digging his hole. Now, honestly, this whole thing is a little bit suspicious to me. For instance, Sterling's racism has been documented several times before this, but only now has it become a big deal. That sounds weird to me. Secondly, the way that V. Stiviano, Sterling's girlfriend slash personal assistant slash whatever other garbage that they make up, the way that she's been acting throughout this, taping the conversation, turning it into TMZ, and then all of a sudden she's all apologetic and supportive of Sterling, it doesn't make any sense to me. Or lastly, how the NBA and the Players Union are going after the entire Sterling family for just Donald Sterling's comments, trying to oust the entire group for just one man's comments, for one man's actions. The thing that I keep hearing that's bothering me is about boycotting. I keep on hearing that, and now LeBron James says he's going to lead the boycott next season if the Sterlings are still involved with the LA Clippers. Boycotting is the dumbest idea I've heard throughout all this. Boycotting for the fans, that's your team. That is the fans' team. They don't go to see the owner, they go to see the players. While what Donald Sterling said was not right, obviously, who cares? He's the owner, he's not a player. And for the players, who cares what some racist, senile old man thinks? All he does is sign your checks. For the Clippers players, it shouldn't even matter because they have a legitimate shot at winning an NBA title, being enshrined in the NBA forever. Not to mention, they're going to make a shitload of money whether they actually win or not. The money is really the main reason that I think there's such a slim chance of a player boycott. I doubt that any of those players are going to turn down multi-million-dollar checks. And to the media. Oh, the media. Stop comparing this shit to slavery. I can guarantee you there were no slaves making 7 or 8 fucking figures and they had the adoration of an entire city plus millions of fans across the nation. I promise you that never happened. That you could even draw a similarity to that blows my mind. Alright, I'm done ranting about that. Let's move on to the next story. This one is about Justin Bieber's alleged attempted robbery. Now, let me preface this by saying that personally, I don't mind Justin Bieber as a music artist. From 5 years ago, the one time where he got famous, where he got big as a teenager, up until, his more recent songs like Boyfriend, Beauty and a Beat, whatever else. But as a whole, I really don't think his music's bad. There are even a couple songs that I genuinely like I would call the radio station and request them. That being said, this kid is just acting like a complete dunce. Now, this timeline I'm going to share with you is since last June, so it's less than a year, it's 11 months now. And he's now being investigated in 5 different cases. 5 different cases. Attempted robbery, DUI, assault, and felony vandalism are all just since January of this year. He's also being sued in an incident from last summer for damages. Now let's just take a moment to let that soak in, to let it wash over us, so that we can shake our heads. My uncle has a good saying. I think it's appropriate for, actors, athletes, singers, whatever, that group of people. He always says they have the world by the balls. And yes, a little graphic, but it's really true. They really do. But we constantly see decisions by them to screw it up. They screw themselves. So, I do genuinely hope that Justin Bieber can put the brakes on all this extracurricular garbage. But, at this rate, it seems highly unlikely, to say the least. So, moving on, this next story is about 3 international astronauts who have just recently landed safely back on Earth. Rick Mastracchio, Koki Wakata, and Mikhail Turin were all on a 6-month mission to the International Space Station. It was a very historic mission, one reason being Wakata took over the space station as commander in mid-March, making him the first Japanese commander of that station. And they even did a 2-hour interview live from space about what it was like to live and work on the station. Wakata even gave a guided tour of the entire $100 billion space station. So it was a successful mission, it went well overall, and there's another one set to launch on May 28th. I think it's really cool anytime we can safely launch people into space. Next to nothing about outer space, so I think it's important that we seize these opportunities when they arise. You never know when the Martians or the Vulcans may attack. It's really a crapshoot, we gotta be careful with that. So this last story I have for you guys today is just a short update on Watch Dogs, the PlayStation 4 video game release. And let me tell you, I am so excited for this game. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to buy it. I mean, I've seen trailers and screenshots and all that. It just looks so fun. It looks insane. And we just have to wait 2 more weeks. Hang on for 2 more weeks. So I do have the story linked below in the description. You should check it out. It gives all kinds of details. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Before you go, be sure to leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.